A long time ago, in a peaceful village surrounded by tall trees, sweet mangoes, and quiet rivers, there lived a young girl named Cynthia. She was the daughter of Mama John and Papa John. Her parents were simple farmers who loved their daughter very much. Cynthia was not just beautiful, she was breathtaking. Her skin glowed like ripe palm oil under the sun. Her eyes sparkled like stars. Her lips were red and full. Her waist was slim, and her hair was thick, long, and black like night. People said the gods took their time to mold her. But with that beauty came a heart full of pride. Every morning, while others were working, Cynthia would wake up, wash her face, oil her skin, and sit in front of a small mirror her father had bought for her from a trader. She would twist her neck left and right, pout her lips, bat her lashes, and laugh. "Ha ha," she would giggle. "Who is more beautiful than Cynthia? No one. Not in this village, not in this world." She would whisper to herself, "Cynthia, you are like a goddess. You deserve to marry a king, not just any king, but the richest, most powerful, most handsome king ever." Her mother would come into the room and sigh. "Cynthia, please help me peel the yam. We need to cook before your father returns from the farm." But Cynthia would hiss, "Me? Peel yam? My fingers are too fine to touch dirty yam. Let John or James do it. They are not as beautiful as me." Her mother would shake her head sadly and walk away. When other girls went to the stream to fetch water, Cynthia stayed behind to brush her hair. When the women swept the compound, she sat and painted her nails with palm oil and crushed hibiscus petals. When the village gathered for community work, Cynthia stayed indoors and posed in front of her mirror. Even the mirror seemed tired of her face. Her friends loved her, but she didn't return their kindness. One by one they began to marry. First Zara, then Queen, then Mark. But they didn't marry rich men. They married humble farmers, hunters, and fishermen. Cynthia laughed at them all. "Ha! Zara, look at your husband. His teeth are like roasted corn. Queen, your man rides a bicycle. Mark, yours doesn't even have shoes. What a joke." They tried to ignore her, but sometimes they cried in secret. Still, they were happy in their marriages, and that made Cynthia even more jealous. "Let them enjoy their poor love," she would say. "Cynthia will marry a king, wear gold from head to toe, and ride in a carriage pulled by white horses." One market day, the village was alive with sounds and colors. Women were selling tomatoes, peppers, and fresh okra. Children were running and laughing. Drummers played soft beats under a mango tree. Cynthia dressed herself in her finest wrapper and a shiny blouse that glistened like the morning sun. She tied her hair with bright red cloth and rubbed palm oil on her skin to glow. Then she walked to the market like a queen. Her waist danced as she walked. People stopped to look. "She's beautiful, but her heart is empty," one old woman whispered. "She walks like the ground owes her something," a young boy giggled. But Cynthia didn't care. She loved the attention. Suddenly she bumped into someone. Thud! Her basket fell. So did the other person's firewood. It was Mama Michael, the oldest and most respected woman in the village. Her back was bent from age, her hands shaky, and her legs slow. The firewood scattered all over the place, and the old woman fell on her knees. Everyone gasped. "Oh no! That's Mama Michael." Cynthia stood tall, looked down at her, and said with disgust, "Why are you standing in my way like an old goat? You ruined my outfit. Do you even know who I am?" The old woman looked up, her voice calm. "My child, I'm sorry. My eyes are not as sharp as they used to be." "Then stay in your hut," Cynthia shouted. "Don't bring your rotten wood near my beautiful clothes again." People began to whisper, "Apologize, Cynthia. She's an elder. She's old enough to be your grandmother." But Cynthia turned her back, hissed, and walked away. Mama Michael picked up her firewood slowly, shaking her head. Then she raised her hands to the sky and said in a voice like thunder, "Cynthia, the mirror you worship will soon turn its back on you. May your beauty melt like candle wax. May your pride become your prison. You shall not see beauty again until you live with the ugliest man on earth." Then, and only then, shall your heart learn. The market went silent. Even the birds stopped chirping. That night, Cynthia looked into her mirror and felt a strange heat on her skin. She laughed nervously. What kind of joke is this? But the mirror cracked slightly. Her reflection shimmered. The next morning, Cynthia screamed so loud, the entire village heard. Ah! What is this? This is not me. Her smooth skin had become rough like sandpaper. Her nose had grown wide. Her once full lips were dry and cracked. Her hair was falling out in patches. Her once beautiful eyes were dull and lifeless. She ran outside crying. Chickens scattered. Children screamed and ran. Mama, Mama, look at me, she wept. Mama, I'm cursed. Look at what has happened to your beautiful daughter. Mama John wept too. My daughter, this is the result of pride. You hurt Mama Michael. You refused to listen. You mocked others. I'll apologize. I'll say sorry. I'll give her food. I'll sweep her hut. But when they went to Mama John's house, the old woman was not there. No one knew where she had gone. Cynthia became a shadow. Her mirror was covered with cloth. She no longer walked proudly. She stayed indoors hiding. Villagers gossip. Did you hear what happened to Cynthia? Her beauty vanished like smoke.